Hello, this is a free call from
An offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To repeat, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hi, Gypsy.
Hi, Miss Michelle. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I just woke up, so it's still a little groggy, but I was like, I called last night, and I'm like, I just got off work, and it was laundry night, so I was pretty busy, but I was like, It's probably way too late to call. So I was like, first thing in the morning when I get up, I'll call.
Well, you can always feel free to call me pretty late. I'll be around, especially now that you and I are going to have to talk a lot, I think, over the next few months. But I wanted to tell you, so I don't know if your dad and Christy have told you, but so I sold it to this producer named Britton Rizzio. And so what we're looking at right now, and things are already starting to move fast, which is why I wanted you to call me, is we're going to try first to see if we can sell it as a miniseries to like Netflix or like a TV network. We're not sure. And so that is like kind of the plan right now. And then like if it doesn't sell like that, we'll probably go back to a movie plan. And I also wanted to let you know that this seems to have scared off the horror people. Like they disappeared. And they haven't announced anything. So we may have successfully gotten rid of them.
Oh, that's awesome. Good.
Yeah, no. It makes me feel better, too. And don't worry, Gypsy, if they ever, like, resurface, we'll fight them, right? Like, we'll fight them about it. But it does appear to have scared them off. So I just wanted you to know that all that was going on. I'm still going to try and come down to Kansas City soon, but, like, first, Kansas City and then Chillicothe, but, to come see you so that we can talk properly at length.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
I hate it when it does that.
I know, she always sounds so mean. So we can properly talk. But I wanted to tell you, and I don't know if you have any questions yet. I can tell you why I picked this person if you want.
Okay, well, I do have a question.
Sure.
Have they started casting? How long does this kind of thing take?
I think I know. I also have these questions all the time, right? Because this is my first Hollywood experience, too. We'll both be new to this. I think we're not anywhere near casting yet, right? Like, so basically we don't have a script, right? I have an idea about how to do this. And the way that and I'll share it with you, the way that I think that we do this as a mini-series is we tell each episode from a different character's perspective, right? So we start with the neighbors, and then we do the doctors, and then we do your mom, and we do your dad, and we do Nick, and then we do you at the end because you're the solution to the story, right? Like you're the person that this will happen to. So, yeah.
It's really interesting. I would want to watch it even.
I know, because there's just one reason that we decided to keep going with the miniseries plan is there's just a lot here, right? And there's a lot, nobody has the entire story. I mean, a lot of what you have most of the story of anybody, right? Like you know the most of it. But there's parts of the story that even like you don't have, and I think about things like the neighbors seeing you,
right,
and how they didn't notice. I just I have lots of questions that we can talk about more at length. But that's sort of the rough structure that we're thinking. And in order to do that, basically what this producer, who seems to understand what happened to you very well, which was not true of everybody that I talked to, we think that what we need to do is just go out and pitch it first, and then we would write scripts. And at that point, we would start casting. So right now, what's going to happen is I am starting to meet with people who would be what's called like a showrunner, which means that there's somebody who's worked in TV longer than me. and who know how the whole system puts together. And then the producer is letting me pick who I want to work with on batch. And once we get that lined up, then we'll start taking it out to network. In the meantime, I'm going to try to come visit you so that we can talk a little more.
Yeah, that's good. I like that idea, though, because I was thinking about that myself, and I'm like, if they would make a movie, that's a lot to put in a movie,
It is.
It's a lot of storylines and it's a lot of stuffing they would have to do into an hour or two.
I know. And I worry that it would boil down in a movie to just you and your mom in the house, right? And that's not really the entire story here. I mean, obviously it's a big part of the story, and you and I can talk more about it later. But I feel like it wouldn't capture all of it, right?
Right.
And I really especially kind of want to get in that the doctors didn't get this, right? Didn't catch it.
Right.
And they should have caught it.
Because, I mean,
so,
the beginning of kind of me and my mom's life, and the hecticness of it, is that, my Uncle Pookie kicked us out of the house, my grandmother's house, and there was a rift in the family because my grandfather remarried. My mom didn't approve of the new wife, and everybody else did, and so family sort of split and took sides. We were kicked out of the house, and we were homeless. Some friends took us in, and, things happened there that we left that house. The lady was on medication. She had a bad reaction, so she kicked us out, and we lived some time at the Ronald McDonald House in New Orleans, and, we sent out applications everywhere for affordable housing, and that's how we ended up in Slidell. And then Hurricane Katrina happened, and so I guess that's, where it really picks up is whenever Hurricane Katrina happened.
Yeah. I mean, for the point of view for your mom's episode too, I've been talking to Christy about this a little bit, right? Like about, I'm gonna have to learn a lot more about your mom and about what happened, like what you described.
I can help you with that because I mean, a lot of people understand what she did was bad, but a lot of people doesn't understand the good side of her. The side that was really sweet to me, and before 2011, we had a very close relationship. We were like twins. We can finish each other's sentences. We did everything together. I enjoyed doing things with her. We would bake cakes. We would cook together. It was like a really good mother-daughter relationship. And even though it seemed weird to people that she was my best friend and my mom at the same time, but at that time, I really didn't think I was any different than any other girl. I was in a wheelchair. I was sick and went to the hospital every month. But besides that, I didn't, people would say, oh, this is my best friend, blah, blah, blah. And I said, my mom's my best friend, I didn't think anything of it. And until after 2011,
Right. When you were a little kid, Gypsy, like I don't think little kids don't really know how to, and we can talk about when this all started to bother you. But obviously, some of the time she took you to the hospital, you weren't actually sick.
Right. And I would get a new stuffed animal for every hospital appointment we'd go to, and my room was filled with stuffed animals.
Yeah. No, I know. And it's stuff like that you and I need to, talk about at length because, like I do understand that your mom, what she did was bad, but there were like extenuating circumstances. And I think, that's what people kind of want to hear about a little bit to help flesh out the story. But yeah, I think these are the right people that I've found. I mean, there were a lot of crazy Hollywood people, but I think these are the people who are gonna try and tell the story in that like complicated way, so that it's not like just your mom being the bad guy or whatever, something really simplified.
Right.
So yeah, so I think all of that is coming, and I'm hoping this will be like a good experience for both of us, frankly.
I'm sure it will be. Did you get the picture?
Oh, not yet.
Not
I've
yet?
been away.
Okay. Well,
I've been away, so
right.
okay, good. And I'm gonna send in the forms for visiting and stuff like that.
Oh, good. I sent you an extra one with the picture too, because I didn't remember if I sent you one.
Good. Great. So I'm gonna get that all done, and then once that's done, I'll try and figure out a date that works. And then I'll try to get down there.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, did you see that Nick had court yesterday?
I did. I saw, and that they're putting off his trial.
Oh, they are. You see, I caught the tail end of it on the news, and all my roommates and me were freaking out because I was like, "Oh, look, it's Gypsy! She's on the news! Oh my God!" So I couldn't even hear what was going on.
Yeah, basically, pending mental evaluation, right? The judge, like Judge Holden, put it off for 2 more months. So like he's not going to go to trial before February.
Okay.
No matter what, and he might not go to trial at all, is what it sounds like. If the medical evaluation says that he's not competent to stand trial, but that can be sometimes pretty hard to get, and I'm not sure he'll get it.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with that. But that's the basic update as I understand it. I mean, I wasn't there, so I didn't hear exactly what happened, but that's what the news reports are saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because whenever they said that he waived his his right to a jury trial, I remember whenever me and Mike had conversations and I was still going through my case, or part of the case, I was like, is having a trial the best option, having a jury trial? And he's like, we don't want to go to trial at all, but there are options. There's a bench trial where the judge can just hear all the evidence and hear all the testimonies and everything and sentence him as that without the jury. Then there's a jury trial with obviously the jury, 12 people, and then there's plea agreements. So they could either be doing for him a plea agreement, they could be doing a bench trial, he could be going for insanity, like switching his plea to insanity. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is either. His lawyers won't talk to me at all, right? I don't think they talk to Aaron either. Like, they just have shut us out, so we have no idea what's going on. I think they're trying to get him declared unfit to stand trial. They said something in the news reports about how he has the mind of a child or something, and that this was just a big tragedy, which I mean it was, right? So I don't know what is all going to happen now. I think it all depends on the psychiatrist who now gets to evaluate him.
Right.
And then it goes from there. But yeah, I think he waived his right to a jury trial because in any event, like, this is just me, like, guessing. I have no idea. My guess is that, like, the judge is a pretty okay judge, as you know, right?
Yeah, he's very fair.
Yeah, and so with the 12 people in the box, you have no guarantee what kind of people they are or who they are, right? So at least when you have a good judge, it makes sense sometimes just to go with a bench trial, right? Because the judge will be fairer than 12 random people that they find on the street.
Right.
Kind of thing. So that's probably what's happening, is my guess.
Probably, because Judge Holden is a fair judge, and because Mike, my attorney, would go golfing with the judge and stuff on their off time. They're like all friends, and they all talk. So he told me that he's not a bad person and that he's a good judge and he's just trying to help people.
Yeah, I could tell he was a good judge, Gypsy, just when I would go to the hearings for you. I could tell. He's a pretty good judge.
Yeah.
So if I was somebody's attorney in the situation that Nick was in, I could see also saying, well, if we're going to go to trial, but it might as well be a bench trial here.
Mm-hmm.
So, because a jury can be unpredictable is the problem, right? Like, you never know what they'll decide.
Right. There's like jury elimination where you can try and pick certain jury members to be on there and eliminate certain jurors that might have conflicts of interest or things like that. But there's no way to say if they do know you from the outside, they could lie and you know, things like that. So it's very risky going with a jury trial.
Right. Well, and especially in a case like this that was so highly publicized in Springfield, right? Like, you know, people are going to come with their own opinions about what happened, and so it's too big of a risk. Mm-hmm. But I don't, like I said, I don't even know if he's going to stand trial at all at the moment. I think they may be trying to avoid that situation.
Now, do you think he would go free? He would get off?
No. If he was incompetent to stand trial, he would be consigned to like a state mental institution or something like that until he was deemed competent.
Okay.
That he wouldn't go free. I don't think. I you know, everything notwithstanding, Gypsy, and we should eventually talk more about Nick and what your impression was of him in those 4 days. You told me anger issues, but I'm sure there's more to that. So we can talk about that another time. But, you know, I think everybody knows that Nick is in serious trouble here. This is he's not going to get off. I don't think anybody is expecting that outcome no matter what happens now.
No. I think that would just make, if anything, that would just make the story go.
That's a pretty good sound. Yeah. I think that is exactly what would happen. I think he's not getting out for a very long time. Is what is very likely about to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I remember, you know, talking with him, like I was telling you, he had multiple personalities, and one of them was, I think, the mind of a 13-year-old, and he would call that side of him his submissive side. So, I mean, he had his dominant side, he had his submissive side, he had his evil side, and he had Nick, just Nick. And, you know, he had multiple ones, and it was hard to keep up with them all, but they each even talked differently. So
I can imagine. That must have been very scary.
Yeah. It's hard to keep up with, too, because it's like, who are you talking to? You know, his evil side would snap out on me and cuss me out and threaten to kill me, and then his regular side, his just Nick, would be all lovey-dovey. So it's very confusing and hard to be with him.
I can imagine. All right.
But anyway.
Yes. I should go because I have to get in the car and drive. But listen, I you know, keep calling.
Okay.
If you want, and I'll update you on how things are going. And like I said, I'll file the form so that I can come and visit. Okay?
Okay, that sounds awesome. Thank you, Miss Michelle.
No problem. We'll talk again soon.
Okay, you have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
The person you called has hung up.